Welcome to The Explainer. So today we've got something incredibly unique to explore. We are going to decode a piece of text titled Dominos est cor oracion. Now, if you've actually encountered this source material before, you know that reading it feels, well, a lot like stepping directly into a dreamscape. It's this surreal, deeply fragmented stream of consciousness text that constantly shifts gears. One minute, it's a profound spiritual meditation, and the next, it's this glitchy, algorithmic repetition. It's wild. So my goal today is to help us navigate this fascinating maze together and really draw out the meaning and structure hiding just beneath that abstract surface. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our thematic map for navigating the text. 1. A ceremony for love. 2. Elements of the natural world. 3. The intrusions of technology. 4. Rhythms and repetitions. And 5. The soul transition. Section 1. A ceremony for love. Ritual and connection. Right from the start, the source establishes an immediate, powerful sense of connection amidst the beautiful chaos. Our first major anchor point from the text is this: it is Allah's ceremony for love in the harmony of the jump. This phrase actually repeats multiple times in the source. And in a text that jumps wildly from thought to thought, literally the harmony of the jump, this line really grounds us. It establishes a tone of universal unity and a spiritual core that governs everything else we're about to read. And building on that unity, the text gives us this absolutely incredible visual. Mercy, there's a touch in the unity. Let's get fixing the quality like a puzzle. I just love this line. The text is beautifully connecting this high, abstract concept of mercy and unity to the very physical, grounded act of fixing a puzzle. It suggests that finding spiritual harmony isn't just magic, right? It's a deliberate, hands-on process of putting the pieces together. Moving on to Section 2, Elements of the Natural World, Organic Imagery. Despite how dizzying the language can get, the text anchors itself using deeply organic environments. And this brilliantly illustrates how the source plays with nature. The text says, the sun is a dancing ocean. The water is only safe. Just think about that for a second. It takes a burning, fiery star and completely redefines it as a watery, safe sanctuary. It basically forces us to abandon our literal understanding of the natural world and accept a more poetic, fluid reality. Throughout the source, we see these natural motifs recurring over and over: the dancing ocean, the stones, the earth, and that incredibly evocative phrase, holding the storms. The speaker frequently returns to these ancient, heavy concepts like the stones and the idea of holding the storms. There is a deep, deep reverence here for the physical world, treating nature as a heavy, grounding force against the lighter, far more frantic thoughts in the text. Let's look at Section 3, the intrusions of technology, mechanical concepts. But nature isn't the only force at play here. The text creates a truly fascinating juxtaposition. On one side, we have the organic, the dancing ocean and the stones. And slamming right up against it, we get this digital jargon like measure so electronic element and seamless technology. The text just throws these concepts together, which creates a real sense of unease, but also a strange kind of modern wonder. It perfectly reflects a mind trying to process the ancient and the digital simultaneously. But here is the critical takeaway regarding this technology. The text says, the drone stays in a blessed harmony for love. Notice how technology isn't framed as evil or destructive here. A drone, which is usually a symbol of cold surveillance or modern warfare, is instead neutrally integrated into the text's overarching blessed harmony. The machine just becomes part of the ceremony. Which brings us to Section 4, Rhythms and Repetitions, the mechanical heartbeat. This mechanical presence leads us straight to the heartbeat of the text itself. When you read it, you hit these rhythmic cadences over and over. Selection, selection, grocery, envelope, envelope, D, E, share it, share it, share it. It literally reads like a machine processing data or an algorithmic repetition trying to find an output. It gives the whole text an undeniably musical, almost hypnotic quality. Now, what's really interesting here is how the text uses repetition and sudden mundane drops to shock us. Amidst all the heavy spiritual and technological processing, we suddenly hit simplicity. There's McDonald's there. It is a moment of bizarre, brilliant humor. Dropping a global fast food chain right into the middle of a highly spiritual, abstract stream of consciousness, it brings us crashing back down to modern reality for just a split second. Then we get fragments like this: killing whiskey. It's stark, abrupt, and completely unmoored from the sentences around it. Amidst the flowery language of dancing oceans and blessed harmonies, this weird, dark phrase just stands on its own. It's a jarring reminder of the raw, unpredictable nature of a stream of consciousness text. And then the text literally glitches. Test, back down, back down, back down, back down, back down. This repetition perfectly simulates a skipping record or a technological malfunction. The source material is quite literally testing its own boundaries, hitting a wall and forcing a rapid reset. Finally, we enter Section 5, the soul transition, spiritual conclusions. After all that glitching, we finally slow down. We read, a soul transition seeing you, oh, sounds nice. Notice the shift in tone here. The repetitive chaos completely fades away, replaced by a peaceful, almost meditative acceptance. It's gentle, it's welcoming, and it's profound. This transition takes us to the text's ultimate destination, the Hall of Eternal Residences, and the source describes this final place not as some complex matrix, but as characterized by simple, limitless simplicity. After all the electronic elements, the puzzle fixing, and the storms, the final answer the text provides is just simple, limitless simplicity. So, the crucial point is the thematic journey we've taken together. We started with the heavy, chaotic burden of holding the storms, navigating through glitching technology and jarring modern life. But the destination is simple, limitless simplicity. The text makes the argument that the noise of the digital and natural worlds eventually distills down into pure existential calm. And that brings us to the end of our explainer. But I want to leave you with a final thought, drawn directly from the deeply juxtaposed themes we've explored today. As you navigate your own complex world, ask yourself, are you holding the storms, engaging deeply with the heavy, organic reality around you? Or is this all just seamless technology, a digital harmony we are processing day by day? Take a moment to reflect on what your puzzle looks like. Thank you so much for joining me and keep exploring.